Hey guys, Kickassreaction here. We are back to continue on with more of Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc. Today we're doing episode 6, so let's get into it. All three at once, man. No wonder that, that original Sunbreather almost killed Muzan by himself. Like, that's insane. Aren't you going to become a Hashira? Aren't you going to become a Hashira? Okay. That's an interesting title. What? Oh my god, dude, stop! This is just getting silly now. Don't establish a unanimous weakness if you're going to do everything you can to break it. Like, would slashing her head even kill Nezuko at this point? You know? Seriously. What is the condition here? Upper waxing. Waxing 6. Bro, what? Who cares about that? Also, he's resisting the demon form, like, pretty well. So that's your goal? That's fine. You can't get mad at this guy! This really is like Bakugo and Deku now, unironically. Like, given how similar Tanjiro is, and like, given that Genya has like Bakugo's VA and kind of acts like him a bit, the parallels are just certain. Combining her up like her big design with the fucking cutesy face. That's a first. I like how we had to emphasize that though, like, bro, that's my sis. Don't kill her. Yo, I'll kill you. That is an insane AoE attack. I feel like if you're getting hit by that point blank, you should probably take a little more damage than that. Oh wow. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, what on earth? Yeah, it's like Nezuko, it can change its form. You'd never expect it to be like that, that's why it's perfect. Fuck. No, it outright broke. So you're not a demon then? Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, they look very similar. And they've even got scars that I think they match. Bro, siblings are everywhere in this show.
おふくろは朝から晩までとにかく働いてた。 おふくろが寝てるところを見たことがなかった。親父は図体がでかい上にろくでもなかった。
ああ。
人に恨まれて刺されて死んだのは自業自得だ。あんな小さな体で化け物のような親父にひるみもせず俺たちをかばってくれたおふくろはすごい人だと。
Just goes to show how lucky Tanjiro was to have a family like he did. When very real, you know, scumbags like this exist. That's a lot of kids.
母ちゃんだ。母ちゃん。母ちゃん。
待て、開けるな。母ちゃんじゃないかもしれない。
Oh my! Oh, 4 in 1! And there's the scar. There's the scar. Oh, it's no wolf. It's much, much worse. It's Mama. So either Muzan or another Hashira turned her into a How? How? How did he survive that? In one fell swoop, they're all dead. At least with Tanjiro, he didn't witness the massacre. He didn't witness it, but he did experience the aftermath of the carnage. And how did he stop it? How the hell was he strong enough to stop it as a kid with no training? She became a demon. That is insane. Oh, the way her head's crumbling first. Will you have a chance to apologize? Ironically, building the character of a Hashira we've only seen like one time. I wonder what Demon Slayer picked you two up then to introduce you to this life? Yeah, also, like, how did he kill her? Because her head is not detached from her body right here. Like, her head is still on, so how on earth did he kill her? Was he already in on this? Was he already training to be a Demon Slayer? Oh, I get no, they're in the sunlight. They're in the sunlight, aren't they? My bad. The sun was coming up there. Well, no, because he still beat her down. Huh.
これからは俺とお前でおふくろと弟たちを守るんだ。いいな。
That's even worse considering their backstory and how this guy treated Nezuko from the beginning. Like seeing how much he wanted to kill Nezuko, knowing that she was Tanjiro's sibling, and that he was in a similar situation. They were in a similar situation to one another.
謝れないまま俺は死ぬ。柱にならなきゃ。柱に会えないの。
I love Hashira, who's like out of the picture right now. We'll save him. Surely they will, right?
てめえみたいなグズ、俺の弟じゃねえよ。鬼殺隊なんかやめちまえ。
Damn. What a prick. No, it is Tanjiro. Keep going. Keep going. Like, bro, Tanjiro's killed Upper Moons before already. He's killed Kisuki. It's your turn. You gotta kill one. Spear, sick move name. Fuck! I assume you can regenerate. You said you couldn't regenerate your head, but like, I'm assuming this is okay? Oh, either way, that is gruesome! That is painful as fuck. Also, again, switching back the important part to Tanjiro. A little BS, honestly. I felt like it was really Genya's, like, right at that point after a backstory. Look at this little gremlin. No way. Oh, you cucks! Really? Really? God damn. Alright guys, and that was episode 6 of Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc. Did not expect a backstory for not only Kenya in this episode, but like the arsehole Hashira, what is his name? Sanemi. That we got a backstory for Sanemi in this episode as well, before we even really got a proper introduction to him as a character. Obviously, the Hashira meeting in season 1, but not really any kind of genuine conversation between him and Tanjiro, just, Nezuko die, and that's literally it. It is good though, and this does add a lot more, more layers to the tension that come, both from, Genya in this, as well as, Sanemi, because while there isn't obviously any personal connection between Tanjiro and these two, it can feel really personal at the idea that the Master and all the Hashira now have allowed Nezuko to live on with the knowledge that she is a sibling to a Demon Slayer, and with the knowledge that, for whatever reason, Nezuko was able to fight back the urges that come with a demon, was able to conquer them, and was able to prioritize Tanjiro when their mother never reached that point. For whatever reason, when Mummy became a demon, she lashed out, she attacked her children. And again, I feel like a big reason that the demons do act the way they do is because of the life they lived as a human. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, because sometimes I do think about the show in ways that I don't remember if I put them on, like, a video or not, so, it does make you wonder. But, the life they live as a human kind of depends on the strength they have as a demon, I believe. We saw here, their mum had a horrible backstory. She did everything she could for her children, but she was horribly abused, horribly overworked, and more than likely had a lot of bottled up, negativity and emotions just based on that lifestyle, and demons, it feels like when you become a demon, all of your negativity spews out. You are given the freedom, the inept desire to kill, to take on that instinct and grasp that instinct of a demon, which is to kill people, and that is kind of what happens when you become one. Now, obviously, as you get stronger and stronger, you kind of evolve over time. You seem to gain more natural intelligence. You seem to become, ironically, you kind of blend more into your humanity as you become stronger as a demon. But when you're base, and depending on your life, you get a lot worse, and it can depend both on the instinct you have as a demon, but also the strength you have as one. In contrast, Nezuko, she is a sister, and yes, she did try and attack Tanjiro, but she did not live a life of, negativity. The family of Tanjiro just didn't live like that. They all had love, respect for each other. Sure, they missed Daddy, but they didn't, there wasn't any, like, negativity. There was no abuse. There was no, hatred for him. He's just gone, And Nezuko, Tanjiro, his siblings and Mama, they all deeply loved each other, 100%, so there was more instinct there, and there wasn't as much darkness to take over, so Nezuko was able to truly, for a moment, spark an instinct to save her brother, whereas a contrast, even though I don't doubt that the mama loved her children, deep down there might have been some resentment for the way that her life had gone, by the way by the way her husband treated her, as well as the kids, and so she just wasn't able to contain anymore, and it kind of boiled out. So I definitely understand why, Sanemi and Kenya would act like this, because deep down they would hate the idea that a demon would be able to break free of their natural instinct to protect the loved one, because their own mother was never able to do that for them, and it definitely, I feel like it does make a lot of sense to go down that route. the way he killed her was insane. I don't even know how he killed her. How did he kill her? He didn't have a sword on him. He didn't have a demon slayer blade on him to kill her. And you could argue that, the sunrise took her out, but she was still unconscious. Even if he didn't land the striking blow, she was still unconscious by the time that that Genya got there. So I mean, how the hell did Sanemi do that? Is he the strongest one of the Hashira? That's the thing, we don't have a list ranking of the Hashira. We have it for the demons, but in terms of like the Hashira, we don't. And because they use vastly different like fighting styles and techniques in breathing, we don't really know how they compare to one another physically. Like I couldn't say like if Rengoku could beat Tengen in a 1v1 because I don't know. I don't know. So it is interesting to speculate on that. I could assume that just what we've seen, if he was able to do that as a child and, without a Demon Slayer blade, I'm going to assume he's at the top just for that reason alone, because again, we don't even know how strong Jiyu is compared to everyone else. We don't know how strong, Shinobi is, not Shinobu, sorry, or how strong the two Demon Slayers we're currently following are. So, not entirely sure on that, but it does speak a lot to his prowess, just how strong he is if he's able to do that before any official training began, to the point where he became a Hashira. And I gotta imagine, those words of him saying, you're no brother of mine, leave, and whatnot, that wasn't serious. It was to protect Genya, was to get his brother out of this, since, brother masks his own love and fear through hatred, as a lot of series do present that through. So I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. But, what's it called? Yeah, just, what is going on with Genya exactly? What is this demon ability he seems to have that we just did not explain? He's not out of control. He's not full on like feral instinctual demon mode. He has his memories, he has his desires, he has his himself. But he has the teeth, he has the saliva in, he seems to be... Not sure what happened right there, my camera just cut out on its own, lovely. Great, that's happening again. But, he's not a demon, basically, he's not a demon. But he seems to be able to just shrug off mortal injuries, like he's been stabbed, impaled many a time. He's literally had a hole punctured everywhere in his body other than his head, everywhere below the shoulders. But he seems to be able to fight fine, so... I don't know, can he regenerate? I gotta assume so, otherwise he's literally dead if he can't, but like... What's going on here? Is he a half-demon? How would he gain that ability? We've never seen anything like that in the story of the show. Or even hinted at the idea that it's possible, so... I don't know. But yeah, pretty interesting so far, like I said. I don't really feel the power scale right now with these demons, They're definitely great, and they fight incredible as a unit, obviously, to accommodate with a lot of different abilities. Definitely the most, this demon definitely has the most utility that we've seen of a demon so far. But at the same time, I don't really get the power balance of this guy with comparisons like Daki and Gyataro. I feel like when you just try and focus on more than one Hashira member or more than one Kizuki member for a season, you have to spread the runtime properly, and you can't really focus surely on them. So it might just mess with like the feel of the power in general. But it doesn't exactly feel like we're struggling as much here as we were with Daki and Gyataro. And they were, they were 2 ranks below Huntenga, or whatever his name was. Huntengu. I don't really feel like he's overly stronger than them, even though he probably should be. But at the same time, outside of what's happening right now, he doesn't feel like a very important demon to date, kind of is what I mean. It feels honestly like we're getting a little more detail on Gyoko right now. He seems to have a really interesting power, and to be fair, both of their powers are pretty unique and interesting, I would say, but it honestly feels like Gyoko is more important in this because, like, he's the one who kind of started this. He's the reason they're there. He's the one with the information. We don't even know what that is yet. So, he's kind of the one driving the story at this point. But yeah, either way, this is still really fun. Like I said, we're over halfway through this arc now, and I'm really curious to see what's going to go on moving forward. We still have the backstory of the Hashira members to go through, which is going to be fun. We still have, like, I assume, like, the, you know, the makeup, I guess, of Tanjiro and Genya, even though, you know, Tanjiro doesn't feel any, like, tension or animosity towards him, you know. If there is personal grudges there because of Nezuko overfighting her instincts when Mummy couldn't, I at least hope that we go through that and are able to resolve that, you know. And his goal is to become a Hashira, you know, and Tanjiro could not care. You know, Tanjiro's never spoken of wanting to become a Hashira, so he doesn't even mind if, you know, Genya wants to become one. Like, he's not a threat. Why would he? It doesn't matter, you know? So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's the set of Demon Slayer. Hope you have enjoyed this reaction, and I shall see you guys next time when we do episodes 7 to 9. So, I'll see you then.